Tincup, Colorado, was once known for gambling, mining, and lawlessness. But today, Tincup is inhabited primarily by summer residents in rustic vacation cabins. In town is a small country store that sells souvenirs and basic food staples. We stayed in a cozy, comfortable cabin owned by the Hitt family. Its lack of electricity takes one back to a simpler time. Judy and I slept in the ultra-cozy cabin known as Junior. The town hall, built in 1903, is located directly across the street from the Hitt family cabin. Here's the hall's interior. It's used primarily for worship services, town dances, and other town meetings. This beautiful antique organ is a valuable showpiece in Town Hall. This handmade podium was made in honor of Clark and Anna Mary Hitt, who transformed this town hall to a church every Sunday. Clark and Anna Mary Hitt are parents of Bowling Hitt. After peeking inside Town Hall, Bowling took us on a tour inside the Tincup Historical Archives.
You can see some of the old gasoline lights here. These were all parts of them. But they actually burn gasoline. This is the seal of the notary seal of a lawyer here, O.H. Violet. He's the one that got the guy off from shooting the town council. I mean, the town constable. He shot him in the back and got him off in his self-defense. And he immediately left for California.
It's not heavy, it's just got paper.
Where he fit in real well.
On Monday morning, Bach led us on a hike to the Lily Pond. The rocks by this riverbed were actually gathered by miners as they partially dammed the river in an attempt to make sluicing more efficient.
This really isn't a cabin. This is a slaughterhouse, and it was used to process meat for Tincup and all the surrounding mining camps and everything else. The cattle and stuff was brought in through the opening here and slaughtered and taken on out on the other side as processed meat. There weren't motorcycles going by during those times either, but this little gulch and is called Slaughterhouse Gulch, and because it was where the slaughterhouse was, and it was far away from the main town, so they didn't smell anything, and they had plenty of place to get rid of all the byproducts of the slaughterhouse.
Here we are on top of Cumberland Pass, an 8-mile journey from Tincup that provides a spectacular view of the valley below.
Now we're going to Pitkin, that way, 10 miles that way.
Pitkin is another mining town in the area. This is their quaint general store. On the way to Pitkin, the truck developed a flat, so here's Bach working as hard as he can to try to fix the flat before a storm came in. A visit to Tincup would not be complete without a walk around the Tincup Cemetery. The cemetery is divided into 4 different knolls: a Protestant knoll, a Catholic knoll, a Jewish knoll, and Butte Hill. Bach's grandparents have headstones in the Tincup Cemetery. We took a day trip to the town of Crested, Butte, a resort town known primarily for excellent ski experiences. While there, we did some shopping and experienced some fine dining. Three miles outside of the town of Tincup is Mirror Lake, a beautiful lake that offers some fine fishing. Part of the fun of a Tincup vacation is just hanging around the cabin. Here Judy and I enjoy the view from the backyard swing. And Bach enjoys a short nap. In the evenings, the women cook dinner. Tonight we're having fajitas. and Bach keeps the wood chopped for Betsy, the wood-burning stove inside the cabin. Evenings in the cabin are spent reading, talking, and playing games. One day trip took us on an old, rugged road that was actually the bed for a railroad track back in the gold mining days. Here's an old, restored water tower that still stood beside the road. These tracks are the site of an old town known as Sherrod Loop. This railroad town was named after W.H. Sherrod, successful early day mining engineer. It was the voting center for citizens living in this wide area. It supported a newspaper, hardware store, and saloon. The Nathan Hotel accommodated 50 guests. By 1906, Sherrod Loop had become a ghost town. The rock wall on the side of this mountain is known as the Palisades. It is 452 feet long, 33 feet high, and about 2 feet thick. It is made of hand-cut fitted stones, placed and held without mortar. So perfect was the engineering and workmanship that over 100 years later, relatively few pieces have been displaced. At an elevation of 11,605 feet stands the site of the Alpine Tunnel. The tunnel is an engineering marvel. Construction on the tunnel began in January 1880, right in the heart of the bitter winter season. Workers would travel in groups through the snow to the work site so that they would not become lost in the blinding blizzards. 460,000 feet of California redwood was used in the arches and side timbers of the tunnel. The tunnel was built on a curve with teams excavating from opposite ends. Surveying and engineering were so accurate that when the tunnel was broken through, the two sections met almost perfectly. The length of the tunnel is 1,805 feet. It was completed at a cost of $242,090. The first train through the tunnel was in December of 1881, and the last train through the tunnel was in October of 1910. Here we are having our picture taken in front of the Alpine Tunnel train station. The major joy in a Tincup vacation comes in enjoying the beautiful nature and wildlife of the area.